So, we got another video. I saw this and I was like, I gotta react to it. How to date someone out of your league? I need this information, so we gotta get into it. Let's go.
When it comes to dating, most people don't have as many options as they'd like.
This is true.
Level with me.
It's true.
What are my chances?
Not good.
Or the options you do have feel like settling, and you have this nagging feeling that you want to do better. Then you see someone who consistently dates out of their league. How do they do it?
I'd like to say, for starters, it ain't all about attractiveness, okay? It's not all about looks. Well, it's about attractiveness because you got to be attracted to somebody, but looks aren't the only thing that's attractive. Personality is attractive. Common interest is attractive. How they treat people is attractive. A lot of different things are attractive.
This video, we'll break down the start to several unlikely celebrity couples and use them to show you 7 tips
How
to
long
help
is this
you
video?
date out of your league.
Jeez.
So you're telling
It's
me
a
there's
long
a
ride.
chance?
Later in the video, we'll explain why leagues are problematic, but for now, assume out of your league refers to anyone you believe is above you in attractiveness, wealth, fame, or social status. We'll be focusing on men interacting with women since that's my own personal experience, but similar principles will apply no matter who you like. Okay, so let's start with a few examples that have one thing in common. See if you can guess what step 1 is for dating out of your league.
You go to one of those Saturday Night Live after parties.
Where all love is born.
And I met the love of my life here. Merry Christmas.
And Ariana, your fiance, the first time you appeared on Saturday Night Live, she was the guest singer, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so Saturday Night Live comedians date out of their league. Who else tends to? There are plenty of photographers who aren't rich or famous but date incredibly attractive models. And it's not uncommon for backup dancers to date out of their league, with examples like Chris Judd and Jennifer Lopez, or Jorge Santos, and Christina Aguilera. What do they all have in common? They have access. Simply put, most people never even have a chance to talk to J-Lo, let alone guarantee hours on set together. So what's the advice here? Picking your career just to meet more people is a bit extreme, but there's another easy way to improve your access to people who are out of your league. Listen to how Kevin Federline met Britney Spears when she was the world's biggest pop star.
So you just met her how? Mutual friends out at the club.
Kevin wasn't just some random guy. He was friends with Britney's friends. A common mistake guys make when trying to improve their dating lives is to only talk to people they're attracted to. But when you go out, you're much better off talking to everybody. For starters, it's more attractive if someone...
That's facts because even if you don't succeed in trying to find somebody that you're trying to get with, it won't hurt to find more friends, you know what I mean? So it's still going to be a good outcome regardless. Talking to everybody will never hurt, you know.
Someone sees you at the center of a bunch of people telling stories and making them laugh rather than stalking alone around the venue.
Facts.
And
because then you go and look like a creep, just like those dudes that they be trying to make other creeps in the gym all over TikTok.
you never know when you'll make a random new friend who ends up transforming your social life. One other quick point on access, while you don't want to pick your career just to meet people, if you're genuinely interested in something but you worry your friends will tease you for it, like taking dance classes if you're a straight man, do it anyway. Otherwise, you're not pursuing an interest you may love and you're guaranteeing you don't have access to the...
Facts. That's one thing that I'm good at is that I don't let nothing stop me from doing something that I want to do. As far as embarrassment goes, I don't care what nobody thinks for real. I do whatever I want. I be freaking, I don't even know. I be doing weird stuff. I don't even care what people think when they see it.
the other people doing it. But access alone won't get you far. If someone is high status or extremely beautiful, even if they aren't a celebrity, they have had hundreds, possibly thousands of people approach them trying to date them.
Thank you. This is the biggest thing that I feel like people don't understand and that I've been trying to implement more is that even people who a lot of people wouldn't deem I don't know, generally objectively attractive or whatever. I don't know if that's the right word, but even then men are hungry dogs for real. They just are. They will compliment they will desperately compliment people. It doesn't even have to be women. Even if they compliment men, they will desperately compliment thinking that that's what you want to hear, and just to try to get something, like just like they will just drill it in, like compliment after compliment after compliment, and then eventually, when you hear a compliment 1,000 times, the compliment doesn't mean anything anymore, right? Like it stops having meaning. Just like for example, when somebody apologizes for the same thing, eventually it stops meaning something. Like I'm sorry doesn't mean anything if you said it 1,000 times and you're still doing the same thing that you're doing. You know what I mean? So it's like that. It becomes obsolete. And so now it's like you need to do something else to get their attention. Because if you come up like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous, like um all this, all that, they're gonna be like, okay, well, like, what else do I have going for me? Because 1,000 other people today have already told me that. So like, come with something different, or like, what's the point of me even paying any attention to you? You know what I mean?
So you have to stand out from the average person who approaches them.
Exactly.
For instance, in her heyday, everyone who saw Britney Spears would freak out, trying hard to get her attention.
I would do
Let
anything.
me guess, the other dude that they were just talking about earlier didn't. He just like, I bet he didn't. What you call it? Like he didn't freak out. He was just like a chill dude, treat her like a normal person.
Just to get a glimpse of her in person, I'm gonna be shaking nervous.
Contrast that with how she describes Kevin's demeanor when they met, and you can start to understand why she was attracted to him.
He was very mysterious. He just seemed not fazed by anything, and
I saw her as a normal person, I never treated her any different than any other normal person.
Kevin didn't treat her like a fan. For a woman like Britney, who's used to men throwing themselves at her, that unfazed attitude set him apart from everyone else and made him attractive. That said, simply being unfazed isn't always enough to attract someone. So let's go through 3 specific ways you can stand out in a positive, attractive way. The first is by playfully teasing. This is a great flirting habit in general, and is especially great if someone is used to being surrounded by yes men and flatterers.
Okay.
Here's a few quick examples with Craig Ferguson teasing women he's attracted to.
I have to say, I'm from Newton Mearns.
Oh, that's the posh part of Glasgow.
Oh, she wanted to make sure I said
Yeah,
that.
it's very
How does he know that he's attracted to her though? That's my only question.
posh. That's like saying, oh, yeah, I'm from the hood, and then you go, which part? And you say, Beverly Hills. Doing that to me, you're freaking me out.
I'm putting spells on you.
Yeah, you've already done that. You did that when you did the knee. That's why you see me move back like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crawling away.
No,
The
I have.
distance is hurting me.
No, listen, it has to be. Very cold. Don't you do well in the cold?
I mean, I like snow for like a minute. Like, I love to ski, but like...
See, that's not skiing. This is not skiing.
Ski.
Yeah. This.
Ski.
Yeah, I don't know.
love to
I'm not
ski.
sure that's skiing either.
Here's one more quick example with Katie and Russell from right before they started dating. The footage isn't great quality because it's behind the scenes footage, but you can see their banter is far from non-stop compliments. If you like
That just didn't even sound sarcastic though. Like I'm sure like she understood that he was joking, but like that did not sound like joking at all. There was no sarcasm in his voice.
the idea of playful teasing, but you
Wasn't
worry
that
about coming off
playful?
like an asshole, check out our video featuring Craig Ferguson
Let me
about
put that this way, like you said, that's one thing that I do a lot, even just in regular conversation, just with like my friends and stuff. But I feel like there is like a fine line to where it becomes like you're coming off as an a-hole as opposed to being charming, Sometimes there's a fine line between charming and a-hole, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to find that line. So
how to
you don't
confidently
cross it.
flirt with anyone. It lays out some ways you can playfully tease and feel confident you'll get a laugh. We'll link to it in the description and at the end of this video. Playfully
I'm gonna have to watch that one too, boys.
teasing someone
And
of high
gals.
status or beauty does 2 things at once.
And
It makes them
others.
laugh, which builds rapport, and it also helps you stand out compared to the exclusively complimentary people who are scared to say anything the person won't like. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the occasional compliment. Compliments can be flattering. But if all you do is compliment someone, it can be off-putting. For a bit of a cringy example, imagine yourself as Britney in this next clip.
Who are the flowers for?
They are for Miss Britney Spears, the one and only. Britney, I love you. This is an honor just to even be standing in front of you. I'm a huge fan. This is a dream come true to even be so close to you.
Okay, but like, she's. I don't understand why she looks that uncomfortable. I mean, she's a celebrity She's been a celebrity for a long time. She's dealt with so many fans screaming at her, screaming her name. So the fact that somebody's standing in front of the stage that she has to look that disgusted is a little off-putting to me. I don't know. I think that's a little weird.
Being overly complimentary isn't the only way you can accidentally make yourself less attractive to someone. Another common mistake is saying what you think they want to hear. For a common example of how people act subordinate to people they admire, check out this scene from the movie Trainwreck. It's a joke.
You know, I do wonder if I compliment too much. I feel like I should lay back a little bit and be more chill. You know, I feel like with certain people, I throw compliments way too easily. I need to, like, relax it a little bit. I need to take my own advice, you know?
But unfortunately, it's not far off from what a lot of real conversations look like when someone's trying to make someone else like them.
You follow sports?
Oh my God. Sports? I love them.
Who are your favorite teams?
I like smaller teams, like not the big leagues. I like the Long Island mediums. The Acorn.
Y'all need to quit hating on Amy Schumer. I don't know what the hate is all about. Like, I know what it's about. But, like, so what if you don't think she's funny? I don't mean you gotta hate on her. Just let her live her life. She's making more money and being more successful than all of y'all. So, I mean, I don't know why you hating on somebody that's richer than you, for real. Like, you should just hate on the fact that you're not rich, for real. I don't know.
Corn pine cones.
If your version of being nice is to be agreeable no matter what, you should stop. This won't build attraction, especially with someone who gets treated this way by everyone. In fact, if you want to be attractive, do the opposite. Prioritize being honest above saying what you think they want to hear. If they're extremely attractive or high status, this will instantly make you stand out from most people in their lives.
I agree.
Watch this for a great example with Kevin and
agree.
Brittany. This is very soon after they first met.
How do you feel about marriage and commitment?
I feel that love is love. Love is. I don't believe in marriage.
Bingo. Bingo. This man is on to something. I'm not gonna lie, I barely even know who this guy is. But I agree with him. I personally don't believe in marriage. That's a conversation for another day, but I don't.
You can hear the disappointment in her voice. This was clearly not the answer she was looking for. But this honesty only made her more attracted to him.
What do you want?
Not
What a
the
job.
ad. Hold up. I guess we're just gonna let it play. I don't know.
Job that I don't hate.
Skip it. There we go.
I kind of was playing reverse psychology. I don't like you, so I'm gonna ask you about marriage, you know? So I think that's why I probably did all that, which really screwed me because I ended up falling for him even more, so.
This was doubly attractive because, in addition to being honest, it makes him a bit of a challenge. Flirting with someone who's hard to get can be fun for someone who's used to everyone always being available to them.
That's fair.
The number one way most people screw this up is by doing the opposite and being available at all times. If you want to be attractive, don't treat someone you've just met like they're the only good thing in your life. It's a bit of an extreme example here, but listen to how Jason Sudeikis hooked Olivia Wilde by not showing the intense, immediate interest that most men were giving her at the time.
He was just really like cool. He played it really cool. Once we started like texting a little bit, when
Really
he got my
witty
number,
texts,
when
right?
he got my number, he didn't text me for a month. I was like, this is incredible.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, you must have been.
I was on the hook.
Just like Brittany, you can see Olivia was hooked by the fact that Jason was a challenge to get.
Crazy.
Now, it's important to mention here, neither of these last two examples was done to be a mind.
I'm like, I'm bad for that because I be texting like the next hour for real. I gotta chill, bro. I gotta chill.
Game. Kevin genuinely didn't believe in marriage at the time, and Jason simply had
I don't got game. Like, this dude's spitting mad game, and he's just showing me that I don't got the game that I thought I did. I gotta work on that game.
Other things going on. Listen to him explain as much to Stephen Colbert in this next clip.
I just didn't make any sort of moves. You know,
Is that the trick?
Well,
show no interest?
No, just don't.
You know, there's been times where I've actually, dated people that I felt like were out of my league, but then they say they feel like I'm out of their league, but then other people say that not that it matters, but then other people tell me like, oh, you could do so much better, and I'm like, what does that even mean, man? You talking about just on like their physical attractiveness? Because like, what if like they have a great personality and they treat me well? Is doing better getting a very attractive person that doesn't have anything in common with me, that doesn't treat me well? Is that what doing better means? I don't know. But if it is, I don't know if I want to do better.
I think so. You hear that sometimes.
Yeah.
But all I did was I was just very, very busy with other things. And
A lot of dating advice you'll see online is about finding attractive behavior and trying to copy it without modeling where it comes from. And when you just copy the behavior, you can end up coming across as fake, which will blow any chance you have with someone. So instead of trying to fake it, the key is to genuinely...
All right, this video is pretty long, so I'm about to just go and stop it here, and I'm going to upload a part 2 after. So peace out. Get ready for part 2.